Let's say you're trying to train your rear delts on a reverse tech deck 5, and you're like, Tyler, I don't really feel it in my rear delts. Can you tell me exactly how to fix this? Well, it's gonna be for you. Now, first off, helps understand the function of the rear delts in the context of reverse fly. And that is to simply bring our arms from the front of our body towards the side of our body, like this. We're bringing our arms back. However, if you tend to feel it more in your mid-back, what's likely happening is in the process of trying to bring our arms back, we tend to move our shoulder blades as well and retract our scapula, which looks something like this. Notice how my shoulder blades are being pinched backwards as I bring my arms back. If we're actually trying to train our rear delts, we actually want to avoid this from happening. In other words, in order to train our rear delts, we're trying to bring our arms back to the side of our body without moving our shoulder blades around. And for some people, merely being aware of that is enough to actually fix their form. However, if you're particularly still struggling with that, here are 3 pieces of advice that will help. Now, the first one is going to be hunching over and protracting our scapula, essentially the opposite of squeezing our shoulder blades back. The second piece of advice is instead of thinking about bringing our arms backwards, think about sweeping your arms outward and trying to reach as far as possible, kind of similar to when you're doing a lateral raise. And then the third piece of advice is I recommend you train at a slightly higher rep range than other exercises. Let's call it 10 to 15 reps. I find that if you train around like the 6 to 8 rep range, it just becomes much harder to maintain that form. I feel like the rear delts are the type of muscle group where you really only feel it if you train all the way to failure. It's like all of a sudden you just hit a wall and you're gonna be like, man, that was my rear delts. So that was quite the explanation. And if you want more personal guidance on exactly how to perform every single exercise, as well as workout routines and nutrition advice, and pretty much more guidance on how to get to your fitness goals, well, I highly recommend you apply to my exclusive one-on-one fitness coaching program. Link in bio. Here's some body transformations on screen. Hope to see you there. Good luck.